So today we are talking about digital transformation, the blueprint, but basically we have to talk about what Brian said just now. Again, risk-based attacks. I was telling him, every time we take risk-based, we are giving $10. I think we have gone through a lot of times. And today we are talking about using integration to make sure that things are working well for you. Integration with, and we are using our products as part of the use cases over here. All right?
Thanks, Edward. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the wonderful introduction. I think we all owe a debt of gratitude to Brian from Cisco, because he brought up some really important point, and it got me thinking. One of the things that happened, Edward, was I got a call from my brother-in-law 2 days ago. He runs a very successful advertising firm based in Dubai. He's been growing it steadily over the past few years. He's just hit 100 employees. He called me frantically because he's been hit by his first cyber attack. It was a phishing attack. He ended up paying about 58,000 pounds of ransom because they locked him out. And he said, I think it's time I start getting serious about this. So tell me, you do cybersecurity stuff. What do I need to do? What do I need to buy? And that got me thinking. Just going back to what Brian said earlier, it's not about what, right? It's about where do you really start? Because what customers have been doing for so long, all of you, and I think this is the conundrum every single person in this room faces, is that we've solved point problems by buying point products. And that has led to solution clutter, the likes of which we haven't seen in the history of information technology. I was in a presentation with a large insurance provider in Singapore a few days ago. The CISO was in the room. We made a pitch. He liked it, and he said to his deputy, Michael, can you check these guys out? Just do a trial. What do you think? Michael said, wow, I'm so excited. One more client to evaluate. That got me thinking. I asked him, Michael, so what's the number like right now? How many average clients are installed on every machine, at least for your company? Yeah. He said it's between 12 and 15 different clients installed on every single machine. Something is doing backup, something is doing XDR, something is doing cloud security, VPN. Okay. You're burgeoning. You're literally breaking under the burden of the number of clients that are on machines today. Okay. So being the only presentation that has two presenters today, that's the theme of our presentation today: consolidation and integration.
Yeah. Right. So today we are going to talk about why you need to make sure that you secure your digital transformation. And I think everyone today has spoken today from before us have also mentioned all these things, from financial loss to IT theft, productivity, reputation, right? All these things are something that you need to know and you need to take care of it, right? While you are trying to do your digital transformation to the cloud, right? This is something that you have to make sure you do, make sure you are online, and this is something that 80% of the customers will be facing this and having this impact on their businesses.
All right. Thanks, Edward.
And of course, right, you will ask, hey, why we want to partner with NETSKOPE?
Yeah, that's a great question to ask, and I expect all of you to answer it. That question.
Why CrowdStrike want to choose NETSKOPE, not others, right?
Why do we want to partner with you guys, right? Why do you want to partner with us? Great question. So if you look at the progress in the world of cloud security over the past 6 to 7 years, you will see that the world of networking, which really cares about quality of service, speed, performance, and then cloud security have kind of collided. And a large research firm, whom I shall not name, coined the term SASE that all of you know about. In case you don't, Secure Access Services Edge, which is essentially the coming together of Security Services Edge, which NETSKOPE specializes in. And that got me thinking as well. With so many vendors to choose from, what's the question that decision makers are asking themselves? We believe that the primary objective of a market-leading SSE vendor is to help you achieve your cloud security outcomes in the best possible manner, help you deprecate older technology wherever possible, consolidate wherever possible. And then, Edward, if you remember, I said an old CIO friend of mine used to have this as his mantra by which he lived his life.
Okay.
Consolidate where you can, integrate where you must.
Okay.
And I think that's a great segue into what we're doing here today as well.
Right. So again, what's the statement again?
Consolidate where you can, integrate where you must.
Okay. So guys, this is very important, right? This message here, right, to you, to everyone today in the ISOG community here.
Thanks, Edward. So it was a much simpler world 10 years ago, right? At the bottom, you would have probably had a campus and a branch. At the top, you would have probably had data center and some sort of managed SaaS and web traffic. The enterprise perimeter has all but dissolved. It no longer exists because users are no longer sitting in offices and applications are no longer sitting in data centers. Users have their own devices. They work from anywhere. By the way, Edward, and for everybody here, NETSKOPE employs nearly 100 people in the Philippines, full-time employees.
Okay.
And we don't have an office. Every single one of them are remote.
At home, all right.
They're working from home. There are branches of one, there are large campuses, you have devices, Internet of Things. And of course, you have full-fledged branches. A lot of business leaders saying to their employees, come back to work. I think I need to see you collaborate.
All right.
At the same time, they are accessing applications and resources that sit all over the place. So if the perimeter has dissolved, having a strategy that requires you to solve point problems using point solutions and creating complexity and clutter is outdated. What is happening very, very quickly is cloud security functionality, most of which you would have heard. CASB, Secure Web Gateway, Firewall as a Service, DLP, Zero Trust Network Access, all of that is quickly getting consolidated under a single umbrella. And what market-leading intelligent SSE vendors should do, we are one of them, but this is not about just me selling my product to you. Market-leading intelligent SSE vendors should be able to do is provide you visibility to all sites, all instances, and all activities that your users do, give you centralized policy enforcement in the cloud so that policy framework follows the user wherever they go, whatever they do, and essentially have enterprise data protection at their core as a company.
I will just briefly talk about our statement, our mission. Unlike other people, but what we do here is that we don't stop virus, we don't stop web control, we don't stop application, we just stop breach, as simple as that. So, like what Ruby had mentioned just now about assuming breach, we are here to stop the breach. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. And over here, the advice from CROWDSTRIKE to everyone is that, guys, please emphasize on intelligence. As what Brian had said just now about risk, $10 again, right? And also from Rubik about criminal as a service. Now, what you need to do here is to make sure you have the right intelligence, to make sure to know about them and fight against them. And you can see why we are doing that is because today we know, right? They are making more impact. They are more efficient now. They only need 84 minutes to conquer your organization. And then lastly, right, as what I mentioned just now in the CAS is getting more and more popular now. So they can buy your credential off the web anytime. All right, so this is something that you need to know. You need to have intelligence to know about them, to fight against them. All right, that's the statement over here for everyone today in this forum.
Great point.
All right, so over here, let me talk about it. So over here, today, we are just going to tell you that, right, for endpoint and network device, right, we should work hand in hand with each other right? Over here in our case, with me and CrowdStrike and NETSKOPE, we share intelligence. On the other hand, we also tell them, hey guys, what is your security posture over here, right? And with us telling them the endpoint security risk, right, they actually can do the right control over here. Ask yourself, right, what kind of integration you want from your vendors? Is this just a thin integration? Or is it an integration that works with actions and with consequences, right, that help you to do things automatically? Ask yourself this question. What kind of integration you want from your vendors that you're using today? And this is very well our reference architecture between both of us, right, to show you that we do work with each other, and this is something that you should see and you should look forward to, right, in any integration that you do. Not just integrate for the sake of integration.
Yeah, and Edward, if you remember, the fact that you're a techie,
Yes, I am.
and the fact that you insisted on this slide being here,
Insist?
these guys love architecture slides, don't they? So what I take away from this, I'm a non-technical guy. I believe that my sole job is to understand your problem and then go to people like Edward to help build a solution for that problem.
Correct.
But what I understand from this is that what do you do with the intelligence is what matters. If you continue working in silos, and IDC themselves have said, by the way, that 75% of all siloed digital transformation initiatives will fail. What do you do with the intelligence you gain? You share it with each other. Whenever a malicious file is detected by us in the cloud, CrowdStrike knows it immediately. If they detect a malicious actor within the network, we know it immediately. And unless that is happening, these two solutions are working in silos. Your ROI, your return on investment is just bad. Yeah? So just carrying on from where I was earlier, as a deeply integrated solution, right? NETSKOPE and CrowdStrike accomplish very different but very, very important things in this whole process. Our job is here on the left. Our job is to help gain complete visibility from the endpoint to the cloud. Our job is to prevent unauthorized access for activities with adaptive zero trust that follows you wherever you go. And essentially, at the end of the day, connect end users to the applications that they need to do their best work using a class-leading SASE architecture.
Yeah, sorry about that. And with them passing me the information, I improve the security, and I also give him a better assessment. So over here, the put of thoughts here to everyone is that, right, get something that actually work with each other well, complement each other, right? Don't just integrate for the sake of integration, right? So you can see with us as these use cases, we complement each other, right? Very well, value added for each other. Their product become better, our product become better, the customer become more happier over here.
Yeah. Also important to remember that both CrowdStrike and NETSKOPE are part of the broader Cloud Security Alliance. This is a not-for-profit group that ensures that we work together to help achieve better business outcomes for all of you.
Yeah. Over here, I can see that, right, guys, right, like our partnership, right, this is what we think that, right, any partnership should have something over here, but for us, this is what we achieve together as a partnership, right? Safe access and visibility from both network and ourselves. Automation to make things much more easier. Better protection and better productivity achieved by the customers. So over here, right, same thing here, right? Think about your integration here. With any products out there, does it do what you need to do over here? Does it achieve what you want to achieve today in this integration? Think about that.
Yeah, really great points, Edward.
Yeah.
So let me try and bring this home, right? So I started by saying consolidate where you can, integrate where you must. Integrate where you must is when you have two best-of-breed vendors that have expertise in different areas that can't do each other's job. That's where you must integrate. And that gives you the ability to utilize best-of-breed and integrated ecosystem of cybersecurity tools. In addition to that, the integration strategy, the benefits of an integrated ecosystem also include flexibility. It gives you greater ROI, like I just mentioned earlier, dynamic maturity, intelligence exchange. Edward, we could have spoken about the cloud threat exchange that NETSKOPE has, where we exchange threat intelligence with each other. And then finally, customization. An integrated ecosystem allows organizations to control the tools so that they work for your specific use case, not a one-size-fits-all strategy.
All right. So rather than questions, I think I want to summarize today of this session is that, right, in order to secure your security, your digital transformation today, right, look at integration, right? Don't just look at silo, look at integration, and then see how this integration can actually help you to achieve what you want today. So again, right, don't integration for sake of integration. As what KUNAL has mentioned just now, what is the statement again?
Consolidate where you can, integrate where you must.
Yes, I think that's the main statement today. And thank you everyone for listening to us.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.